Returning to Rome felt like reopening a part of myself I thought I left behind. The Colosseum rising into the morning light awakened something deep and familiar in me. As my hand traced the ancient stone, I felt a quiet ache surface, as if the walls themselves recognized my touch from long ago. Even as a new crowd flowed around me, the city's rhythm wrapped itself around my chest with the same subtle pull I remembered, welcoming me back without question. Stepping inside the arena overwhelmed me more than I expected. Its size, its weight, its history. In the stillness of early morning, the Colosseum felt vulnerable, almost human, and I realized I hadn't returned for the city itself. I had returned for who I became here. A vendor's warm gesture of water reminded me how even the smallest kindnesses echoed louder in a place like this. When the crowd erupted, the roar rushed through me like a returning heartbeat, reminding me that I hadn't just missed Rome, I needed it. Watching the gladiators enter the arena stirred a fragile reverence inside me. Their steps carried stories of courage and survival I could feel even in the silence. Months later, the marketplace embraced me with the familiar noise and heat. It reshaped me a little more each time I returned. Dust drifted through the beams of light in the arena like suspended memories, and I held still, afraid to disturb them. As the crowd leaned forward together in a single breath, I felt myself lean with them, no longer just a visitor but a part of something larger. Trumpets echoed through the stone corridors, stirring emotions I hadn't realized were waiting beneath the surface. Years passed before I returned again, but the Colosseum stood unchanged, and seeing it felt like a soft recognition of an old friend. Watching workers prepare the arena humbled something inside of me. Their quiet devotion carried more truth than any spectacle. The marketplace noise then wrapped around me like a familiar melody. Each sound reminded me of the versions of myself that had walked these streets before. On the quieter days, the arena felt almost tender, revealing a soft, hidden side of its story. Walking the empty corridor beneath the stands, I heard echoes of lives long gone, their presence brushing gently against my own. When golden light poured into the arena, it softened the stone and the shadows and even the pieces of myself I tried to hold together. Another return settled into me like an overdue truth. Rome didn't do the changing, it changed me. Just before an event began, the entire crowd leaned in as one, and I felt connected to strangers across centuries. Watching the gladiators train without an audience moved me. There was dignity in their quiet focus, untouched by spectacle. A child's curious gaze caught mine, and in that small moment I felt strangely seen, like some part of me belonged here more than I ever admitted. At dusk, the Colosseum softened into shadow and gold, offering a farewell I wasn't ready for. But when the crowd roared one last time, the sound surged through me and broke something open, something I didn't know I had carried through time. Walking down the stone steps, I felt the weight of every visit settle inside me. Leaving felt like letting go of a version of myself I wasn't ready to lose. Seeing the arena nearly empty at night stirred a quiet ache, as if the silence was reminding me that every story must close. When I placed my hand on the stone one last time, it felt like the Colosseum held on, just for a moment. Just enough to make me stay a breath longer. My final look from the street felt like closing a beloved chapter, one I wished could linger. And as I walked down the quiet Roman road, I realized I wasn't really leaving Rome at all. It had settled inside me, changing me in ways that I would carry into every place and every time. A part of myself would always be here in Rome, so I said goodbye and I walked away. Rome showed me what power looks like when it's on display, but history doesn't only fall in arenas. My next journey sends me to a time when the world itself broke, the Great Depression.